Hey everybody, Cody with Skyhook Ninja Fitness here to bring you our course layout for the youngest division for our UNAA competition, our area qualifier. It's happening in just a handful of hours. The birds are chirping. It's not quite bright and sunny outside yet, but it's been a long night. But we're so thrilled to be able to bring you guys an awesome competition. We have our full route setting crew, our full rig setting crew who've been working on it nonstop, and we even pulled in our construction staff, the people who are normally building home ninja rigs and climbing walls and your guys' families' homes. They helped build stuff here for the last little while to help make sure we got everything done on time. If you haven't done a UNAA competition before, let me tell you a little bit about the rules for it. So, points over time. You want to get as many points as possible, because as long as I don't run out of time, if I am the slowest person here, but I get more points than anyone else, I'm gonna win. That being said, if somebody else gets the same number of points as me, and that's a tie, time is gonna be what equals the overall winner. So points and then time. You get 3 failures on obstacles, and that's okay. As Coach Gavin has said, we all fail sometimes, and that's fine. It's just defined as a failure in the scoring system if we don't complete an obstacle. If you don't complete 3 obstacles, that means that none of the other parts of the course count towards your point total. That's okay, you can still run it and finish it. We want you guys to have a blast, but that is what that means. There's also 2-point obstacles, which was a great thing that I thought the UNA added a couple seasons ago, where we can have an obstacle that has, if you get to the halfway mark, you get 1 point. If you get to all the way to the end of it, you get 2 points. And if you make it to that first point mark, that means even if you don't make it to the second point mark, that it does not count as a failure. It doesn't count as one of your 3 failures. Does that make sense? Anyways, UNAA has a lot more rules and all that stuff. It is listed on their website, as much as we love spoon feeding you guys information. There is also occasionally during the course, and I'll point them out as we go, where the 2-point obstacles are, but there's also points where we're gonna say, we wanna see control. And as you guys probably know, that means that if I grab onto an obstacle and immediately slip off, did I show good control? Not quite. Showing control on an obstacle would be 2 hands on that obstacle. I'm holding onto it and I'm waiting for a judge to say, can you help me out, Gavin?
Clear.
Oh, fantastic. That means I did that. Or let's say I'm landing with a precision landing. If I start to fall outside of whatever tape box I was in, that would not be showing control. So I need to land in that, wait for the judge to say clear, and then I'm ready to move on. That being said, there is one last thing, as I'm sure everybody is sick of hearing. We still have a mask mandate in effect for literally 1 more day, which is tomorrow. So we do expect all competitors to wear masks and have their masks on even when they're running, and all of the people who are not competing but are just here to watch and support our competitors. Thanks for understanding. It's because of lots of different complicated things that we are happy to get into with you guys later on. Actually, don't get into us with that later on. Moving on, we're gonna start our course. So right here, the course starts for this age range. Similar, the first part of it shares some obstacles with another course, but we are gonna be following the red tape. I'm gonna start in the box. I'm gonna go across this balance obstacle right here, feet only, and I'm going to go across these metal balance beams. Now, I want to be on the metal part, the rounded top part. I am not allowed to step on the wood here. This would be a big, don't do that. I'm going to be on top of these, going from one to the next, making my way across. Once I make it all the way to here, land in the box with, you guessed it, control, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next obstacle. Now, what do you notice right here? There's tape here, there's tape there. Is there tape on this post? There's not, which means I don't get to touch this post. So I'm going to use just my feet on this obstacle. Another balance obstacle. I'm going to make my way across. This is the first of our 2-point obstacles, when I get my feet in here, that means, did my hands, but when you get your feet in here, that means you got to the first of your 1 of 2 point obstacles. I'm going to keep making my way across, and when I land, I don't get to touch the post here either. When I make it all the way to this box with control, guess what? That means I made it through that obstacle and got all points needed. Now you might notice we've got black bars here. We also have some orange bars and a black bar that's taped to orange for stability. You do not get to touch the orange bars. Does that make sense? Perfect. Once I've made it here, I'm going to follow the red arrows. And I'm going to get up on top of, Kevin, remind me what these were called?
The tilted towers.
The tilted towers. Fantastic. So I'm going to get up on here. Now you can kind of expect what's probably going to happen. I think this obstacle is going to tilt. Now if I do this, now I was doing it while talking and trying to focus on the camera, but you guys as competitors can use your hands on this obstacle, and that's okay. And again, I'm going to make it tilt. Not so bad if I'm expecting it. When doing this one, some of our lighter competitors might have a slight advantage. Finally, something for the little guy. It might not tilt. We shall see. That's not a disadvantage. That just means you don't get to avoid that portion of this obstacle. We're going to land in our box. Then I'm going to go across my slack ladder here. With the slack ladder, I can use my hands and my feet. I don't know if you guys need to, but you can. I'm going to make it all the way across. What do you see over there, Gavin? I see a red box that I want to show control in with a nice landing. From there, I'm going to go on up to this block if I need help. Now, if you guys can't tell, I don't need help getting up to this obstacle, but some of our competitors will. So I can use this to get up to it. I'm going to get 2 hands on this one. I can grab the ball, I can grab the pegs. I cannot grab this 3-inch support beam. Make sense? Just like usually we don't grab supporting structures in courses. So I'm going to make it across to here. Once I get 2 hands on this guy, that is my 1 point mark. When I go again from here to here, I can grab the balls, I can grab the pegs. When I grab this last one that's marked with tape, that's your 2 point mark. Once I grab that with 2 hands and I show control, judge says clear, I'm going to drop and I'm going to come on over this way. Now this block has tape marked for me. I'm going to go across the trapeze traverse. You can tell because it's marked with the color of tape for my course. I'm going to go across. Coach Gavin, am I allowed to use my feet on this obstacle?
Yes.
Yes, I can. Fantastic. So maybe I'm going to shake it out and give my arms a break, but maybe I don't need to because I can use those legs to make it all the way across. To the rope, to this last block. Whew. Showed control in the block. And then I'm going to come on over here. Good old warped wall. Now, I see that there's some arrows. I'm going to think I should follow those arrows. I'm not going to ignore the arrows. I'm going to run up, I'm going to get both hands on that first cutout, and then I'm going to go to the platform. If I go back on down the warped wall and try to go around, I would not be following the course, and we don't want to do that. So I'm going to go up to that first cutout here, work my way over. Hey, there's another arrow for me to follow. And I am at the next 2 point obstacle. This is our cliffhanger. I can use any of the holds on the cliffhanger that are made out of wood. I cannot grab the top of it. And not that you'd want to, but I can't like pinch onto it. There is a hold or 2 on the backside. Notice those aren't made out of wood. We're not going to grab those, and they're not going to help you out anyways. So I'm just going to make my way across here. As soon as I make it to this first taped rung, that's 1 point. If I can, I'm going to try to make it across and get to any of the holds on here. Not the top, not the outsides, but the holds on there. And that's my 2nd point. Once I get there, I'm going to drop. Again, this is a hands-only obstacle. So it would be cheating if I were to try to use my feet or anything else in there, or grab supporting structures. That's not ninja, guys, right? So next I'm going to I can use climbing holds in the pipe to help me get up. Once I get both hands on, just like a climbing route, once I'm on there, I can't move my hands if my feet are still on the wall. So once both hands are on here, I can use the stairs, I can use the cliffhanger rungs, I can do whatever I want to make my way across until I get all the way over to here. 2 hands with control, drop, follow the arrow to our next obstacle, which is also a 2-point obstacle. I can use the climbing holds to get up to the first ring if I need to. But once I have both hands on the ring, that's when the obstacle starts, and I can't put my hands back on the climbing holds or any of the other stuff. Once I'm on this obstacle, I'm only allowed to touch rings. I'm going to move across. I can still use my feet smearing on the wall or on the climbing holds. There's a lot of rings over here. I think if I was less tired, I'd make some sort of joke. But right here, first tape box, 1 point. 1 point here, 2 hands with control. And then again, I'm going to keep on moving my way up until I get up on top of that block. Sorry guys. Up on top of that block, you notice there is a tape box. 2-hand touch in the tape box. That's the 2nd point for this obstacle. And it means we've finished the course. Fantastic, so excited. Hope you guys have a ton of fun. We work really hard on these competitions to make sure everybody has a blast. So if you see any of our staff who are involved in setup, please give them a big thank you. I know that they would appreciate it. Take care, and maybe see you tomorrow.